What's up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video, guys. It's your boy Shane the Great. I haven't made a video in about over a month, guys. I apologize for the lack of videos. Honestly, I've been kind of lazy. I haven't really been that motivated to make crypto videos, but don't worry, I've still been keeping up with the market pretty much every single day. And as y'all can see, if you look at Bitcoin, as you guys can see with Bitcoin, man, in the last month we had like two big drops and also like pumps, and we're living through the second pump right now. We're actually in October, so I guess two big dumps and one pump in September. But pretty much we bottom out like end of August, early September at around 107,000, which is a critical support. Then 105,000, and then we pretty much went all the way up to 118, and then we got rejected there. And I think this happened like right after that FOMC meeting, which was September 15th or 17th. But yeah, pretty much we topped out around 118, 117.5. We got rejected. We went all the way down to test 108.65, which is pretty much like around like the previous monthly low, as you can see with 107 or whatever. So like it doesn't have to be like to the T, but we pretty much got like a double bottom right here. And then as you guys can see, in the last couple of days, we've been going up. As I'm speaking right now, Bitcoin's at $119,941. So maybe we'll hit 120K as I'm recording this video, which is pretty cool. And if you guys can see right here, if you bought around 108K all the way to here, you would have been up 10% already. And I'm so mad because I literally had a leverage trade, guys. I had it, I think, around like 107, which was like the monthly low, because I thought we were for sure gonna hit that once we were down here. To be honest, I was like, the market makers are gonna drag the price, which I'll speak about in just a second, about who the market makers are, what they do, because this affects the price dramatically, guys. So I thought we were gonna go back down to like 107, even 105, but it didn't happen, and then look, we just ripped up. But this is what it is. I still have lots of stuff in the market, so I'm not complaining. I haven't been taking some profits throughout this pump these last couple of days. But yeah, pretty much Ethereum has been doing its own thing as well. As you guys can see, let me just put on the lines here. Oh, it's a bit complicated. Yeah, let me turn that off. If you guys don't already, bro, I have so many resistance lines for these charts. Like, it's actually crazy. But yeah, Ethereum, it hit almost 5K, guys, around like end of August. I remember because I had a wedding like around this time. It was like the next day after the wedding I went to. And then it made like a new high, because like technically like this is a new high, but it didn't quite break 5K. And Ben Cohen, which shout out to him, he's like a big crypto YouTuber, and he like does a lot of TA as well, or like technical analysis. And he predicted this was going to happen. He said ETH was going to hit a new all-time high, maybe not quite hit 5K, maybe like give or take, maybe it does, and then it will reject all the way down to the 21 week SMA, which is sitting around 3,700. 3,700 as we speak, but before it was 3,600 before this big pump. So he was correct with it going down here. So it did go down almost 25%, 22% to 3,800, but it didn't quite hit this 21 week SMA, which was around 3,600 at the time. So, but like I said, like when it comes to TA, it doesn't have to hit the price target to the T, but obviously like usually it does, but like give or take, it's like it still gives you a perspective on like what to look out for, right? But yeah, pretty much the market's going up right now, guys. What I've been doing in these last month or so, I've been trading coins like Pepe, even Brett. I haven't been stacking my like long-term bags too much, because I think we're still in the point of the market where it's more of like a trader's market, which means like if you don't rotate like when you should, you're just gonna lose a lot of money, right? Like let's say, like for example, Pepe went up like 1x last year in like the mini alt season, and if you didn't sell around that time, which by the way I did sell, I didn't sell it at like the perfect top, I did sell during that time, but like if you didn't sell at that time, you will have lost all of your gains, and then maybe even like some profit. Like you will have lost all your profit and maybe even like your initial capital. So like that's an example of like stuff that can happen this time around. Like everyone's waiting for like the 10, 20, 30x pumps, and I stopped waiting for that since like earlier this year, even like summertime, because like the all season will have had this happen already, to be honest. And at the same time as well, like we probably aren't gonna get the same liquidity as we did back in like 2020, 2021, since there's no stimulus checks this time around, right? So, but yeah, let me go to some posts I seen on X. So yeah, the U.S. Treasury's been buying back its debt with its own liquidity, with new liquidity, buying back its own debt, and they've been doing this the last couple months or so, like last 3 to 4 months. So this is like a kind of a good thing. I mean, at the same time, it doesn't make a big difference. The debt is $37 trillion, guys. Like, buying back $3 billion is literally a drop in the bucket. But yeah, shout out to Mario Party. And then Colin Talks Crypto, another big guy in the crypto space. BTC continues to a pump on a breakout move. First target is 124K, which is an inverse head and shoulders breakout. The second target is 140K, which is a megaphone breakout. And this is what he kind of did his chart right here. This is like more of a macro chart. Like this doesn't have to like hit the lower time frames to like a T. But it's actually been pretty correct with this, with what he's been doing these last couple of months with this head and shoulders chart. So potentially we are breaking out right now. We could go on to test new all-time highs or even hit new all-time highs. And maybe we get a correction down to like 115, 120, and then we go up more in Q4. Because historically Q4 like is the most bullish in the year, right? So Bitcoin, maybe even alts may get a huge upside. So that's why I'm not fading this market currently. I think it'll be dumb to not be in this market right now. Obviously, this is not financial advice. Do not take what I'm saying as gospel, guys. I'm just saying what I'm doing. But yeah, next post, shout out to Ben Cohen. I was just speaking about him with his prediction on the ETH going correct. But yeah, he said the blueprint is generally following. While August was red and September was green, August marked the local top and September marked the local bottom. Then Bitcoin usually goes up in Q4 into the cycle top. So I think the cycle top for BTC is before the end of the year. So as y'all can see, usually we get a huge expansion after this, right? So here, 2022, and up a little bit. Even though that was like a bear market, but like if we go back to like a bull market right here, look, Bitcoin's around like what, 6K here, went all the way to almost like 20K in 2019. I don't think this was a bull market actually. I may be wrong right there, but point is, every time Q4 hits, we go up, and we don't know how much we'll go up. I think my price prediction for Bitcoin chat, or guys, I'm saying chat like I'm live streaming, but guys, is still 150K, maybe 160K is like the cycle top. Some people are saying like 135, 140K. That could be the top. I mean, I'm not holding any Bitcoins. I don't really care. I am trading it though, so that would be pretty nice if we do get that from here. That is like what, like a 15-20% gain, or yeah, 15 to 30% gain from here. So that'll be pretty nice. But obviously, I mean, you're gonna have a better ROI if you like get into alts or like certain other plays and stuff. But yeah, point is Q4 is bullish, guys. That's very good. Watch a guru, 90% chance of the Fed Reserve to cut interest rates again. So if we go back to the CME Fed rate monitor, or I think just, yeah, CME Fed rate monitor, as y'all can see, the prediction for October 9th's Fed meeting is 99.3% to cut the interest rates by 25 basis points or a .25%. But yesterday this was 97%. So now it's like pretty much 100% they're going to do this now. So that's pretty good. Yeah, 99% now. All right, let's see what the market makers are doing now, guys. But yeah, shout out to Mario Party. He's been a big guy in the crypto space this last like 6 to 12 months. He pretty much just shows off like crypto data on X and also on his YouTube. And he does have like a show, I think, as well. But yeah, pretty much he just shows off like the liquidation data when it comes to leverage trading in the futures market. So if you guys don't know what this means, pretty much when you do futures trading, which is like not the same as spot trading, you do use leverage, or you pretty much borrow money from like the exchanges or whatever. And if the price of the asset you're trading hits a certain price point, that's when you get liquidated. So let's say I long Bitcoin at 100K, right? But then the price crashes down to 71K, or 74K, which happened earlier in April. That could be like then my whole entire position is gone, assuming that's like my liquidation price, right? Then if you're shorting Bitcoin at 100K and then it goes up to 125K or 124K, which happened just a month or so ago, then you would probably get liquidated too, or at least be close to doing so. So pretty much the market makers, they see that these leverage and futures traders trade with so much leverage, like 10, 20, 30, 50x, even 100x leverage, which obviously raises their liquidation price, right? Close to their entry price they get into the trade. So pretty much they see that as opportunity to just make money off of them. Because these exchanges, guys, they make money when you lose money. And then they have to pay you out for when you make money off of trading on their exchange, right? So pretty much they don't really want you to make money, because that means they don't make as much money. Obviously, like, they make money through fees or like whatever stuff, but they make more money if they liquidate you. So pretty much right now there's some liquidity sitting below the current price all the way to like 116, 115. So I won't be surprised if we go down right now. That's only like a 3 or 4% drop for Bitcoin. That's nothing. Ethereum, we do have some liquidity building up even above, but pretty much like the red and orange lines. You guys can like read the legend and pause the video if you guys want to see, or just go on this X. Maybe I'll link in the description or comments. But yeah, pretty much the red and orange lines, those are like very high leverage. So usually the market makers always goes down to those prices or above to hit those targets. So I won't be surprised if ETH and Bitcoin goes down now. Even Solana's been doing well these last month or so. So pretty much I look at all these stuff, guys. This is how I gauge an opinion on if I should buy or sell. And then if you go on CoinGlass as well, it tells you if there's more longs or shorts. And usually whenever there's more longs, which is this red line right here, that means the price will be going down, because the market makers, they do the opposite. So when people like to long the most, that's when people like to play with high leverage or just like to get too like greedy, and the market makers do the opposite to liquidate them. So as you can see, we have so much liquidity at 110K, 109K, $12 billion in long liquidations if it does go down to there. Ethereum, it's starting to go up too. Look, if we go back to previous lows, $11 billion in liquidations if that happens. Obviously, if you go up to make new all-time highs or even high in the price, it's $6 billion. But the point is, right now, the longs are stacking up, and that's not a good thing, if I'm being honest. But we do have some shorts to be liquidated for Bitcoin at 124, 125K. So maybe the market makers, they go on to break those, they go on to liquidate those shorters, and then they go all the way back down to like 115, 110, and then repeat that, right? But we should get like a sustained move eventually, guys. I'm not sure when that'll happen. I'm just saying like what I'm doing, what I'm looking at. Like if you look at coins like Pepe, this is a good thing to look at too. Just go on CoinGlass and just type in your coin here in the liquidation map section. Yeah, look, Pepe, it's actually getting, there's more people trying to short Pepe right now. So this is actually not a bad time. Like for me, like this is a good sign if you want to get into a trade. But also it depends on what goes on with the general market as well. Because obviously Ethereum, Pepe is an Ethereum beta play. So whatever Ethereum does, even Bitcoin, like it gets affected as well. The market is actually going up as we speak. We just hit 120K. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Ethereum's also doing well. Everything's going up from the bottom earlier today, as y'all can see. Pepe literally went down, what, like 3%. Now we're all the way back up. And then Ethereum, same thing. Went down to almost test 4,200 or 4,300. Bitcoin went down to test 118,600, which is the 200 SMA on the 5-minute chart. And everything bounced right now, chat. So maybe we'll go up to new all-time highs, or at least go up closer to all-time highs, and then we'll come back down. Or we just break out. Right? But point is, guys, what I'm doing is I'm still looking out for trades. I'm trading right now a lot more than I'm like holding, more than I'm buying for like the long term, because I do think this bull market's going to be ending soon. So whatever I'm holding right now, I'm just going to keep that, and I'll sell that as it goes up, you know, in value in the next couple months, 3-4 months. And if I see big drops like we did see like a couple weeks ago or a month ago, then I'll be buying more. But yeah, guys, if y'all did enjoy, be sure to like and subscribe. God bless. Take care. Catch you on the next video. Peace.